points in the game.
When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Clemson Tigers taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Noles will kick it away to start us off. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The inside handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that linebacker timed that play so well. I'm surprised the running back even held on to the football. They're lucky that was only a tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Rush is on him. He'll try to do it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They're bringing the to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson.
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They want to run it left here. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man, it's Glenn. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
The give to the back. There he goes. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll bring it out to the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play against weaker competition early in the year, but now that you're into the meat of your ACC schedule, they've got guys on both sides of the ball that they can count on week in, week out.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Just keep slinging it. Throws to the wideout. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. He had the speedster loose and he just couldn't connect. Just a little too much juice on the pass.
Yeah, those ones that you got a guy wide open, a lot of times quarterbacks will tell you that those are the ones you kind of, like, I don't want to mess this up, and you either put way too little on it, or in this case, way too much on it, and overthrow the speedster.
And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So the snap to the up man, they'll fake it. And the gamble pays off as they pick up the 1st down.
Nobody in this stadium was expecting fake punt there. 4th and inches, you thought you'd just leave the offense out, maybe you quarterback sneak and see if you can get it, but the fake punt works perfectly. Obviously, they didn't have far to go, but it made it interesting. But they pick up the 1st, and the drive stays alive.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Timeout called here by the defense is the first one they've used this half. The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
And the Tigers moving quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going for the big play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty.
He'll take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
That's caught. It's Brown. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. The screen, and watch out. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Well, we knew coming into tonight they were going to try to find this guy throwing the ball. I had no idea it was going to be this successful this early. Guys, he's closing in on 100 receiving yards. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. He has been an absolute force.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. He'll keep it on the sneak. They've been great on third down. Now to finish the deal on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this.
Beck's going for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return you do, and a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. A third and long here. They can't pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. He won't have enough for the first down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be fourth down.
I know this guy is really athletic, but it's going to be hard to outrun a DB. It was a really nice job scrambling, trying to get what he could get on that third down, but there's the DB in the open field. Nice job rallying to the quarterback, getting him down. Now it's decision time for the offense, fourth and short.
He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
And I like it. No hesitation, belief in my offensive unit. Fourth and short equals success for me. I want the touchdown now set up on a first and goal situation because of good physical play.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think of swag, Reese. Just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house, make big plays.
The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Makes the catch. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. And the Seminoles will punt it away on fourth down. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Makes the grab on the left. Turning it on! And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. To the air on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Fires to the big fella. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Nice hit. Play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air, it's Glenn. Throws for the tight end. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
He'll start this drive going to the air. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner.
Breaks into the open.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Brown. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Bought a little time. Lets it go. And wings it incomplete.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Trying play action. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. The screen, he can go. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the 1st half.
And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20.
Guys, they play for the milk can in the Boise State-Fresno State rivalry. Let's pour everyone a nice, tall update. Boise State was able to come away with the win as they have so many times before in southwestern Idaho, but not without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing is easy in college football. A busy day in the Mountain West and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. The sure hands, it's Gibson. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patters. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Fires it down the seam. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And that's a big shot, that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense.
Oh, he's got some space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll leave it with him. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw. It's Glenn. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
42, Spider.
Has to get there to move the sticks. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Unloads to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Noles!
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Tigers will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Snagged in the middle. It's Pittman. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Gibson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And this offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Now, 4th down.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Seminoles are on the move. From the gun, the ground game. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end of the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you've got the offense right where you want it.
The Seminoles didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. He's got 93 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. And the Noles can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Glenn. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on 3rd down.
This is a big moment for this offense. You keep the ball this long, you have to finish the deal. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Finds his tight end. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Catch in the middle, it's Brown. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
From the gun, give on the inside. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, he's making it look easy out there snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running ability. It's a lot of what this guy does here, too. He makes it easy on his quarterback.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. He'll pull it down and run.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football, you can tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay, I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Ripping through the defense. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
2-point conversion attempt is on the way. Pushes ahead. He's not going to make it. Stopped short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further.
Clemson, 33. Florida State, 21. Returner runs out of bounds.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Got room at the 35. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And down goes the quarterback, but there are penalty flags on the field. Let's see what the call is. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down.
Ready, set.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
Get set, get set. Ready.
To the air, it's Glenn. It's complete to the left. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Leaves it with the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything that...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big CUSA matchup for you.
28.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the Dome. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. There he goes. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Looking for a man. It's Glenn. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Looking to the big tight end. Makes the catch. It's Pittman. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Seminoles are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Turning it on! Touchdown, Noles! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a scintillating 52-yard jaunt to the house. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Turner. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was 3rd down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up 4th.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score with...
He's loose. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Touch pass on the line. Creates a little space. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive.
29 Philly. 2
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog.
Touchdown, Florida State! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
Motion from the wideout. Trying to bully their way in. He will be stopped short. They can't get the 2-point conversion, and they're still up by 1 here in the 4th. He'll bring it out. It's Turner. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Last drive was a quick 3-and-out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Makes the grab. It's Brown. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Shoots it to the left. And his throw is incomplete.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. what's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Unloads to the wideout. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. The defense really did its job, David, and now the offense can put a little breathing room in this one.
Yeah, breathing room would be great, but it's nice to know that you can depend on your defense. Coming up with a big stop, Jesse. I still got the lead. I'm still in a good spot.
And David, you'd love to be able to pay off that defensive effort by closing this thing out, putting a beautiful drive together here when it matters most.
The Noles hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
You normally don't see this guy miss throws like that. That was a pretty short throw. He can normally make those in his sleep, but with the incompletion, we're now setting up third down.
It'll be third and long. Looking to throw, it's Glenn. Pulls it in. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
And just leaving no doubt in this one, right? Fourth down, they've got the lead, running the ball and picking up the first. They're going to ice this game, David.
You talk about 2-minute drills. This is how you end the ball on an offensive 2-minute drill when you're winning. Run the clock out, run the football, be physical, watch it go to zeros.
And they'll take a knee. What a game. We had a furious fight all the way to the final ticks, and that one is going to be remembered forever.
And I think when you're the #1 team in the country, you're coming in expecting to win. You're the favorites. Everybody's talking about you. You have all the momentum. You're the loved college football team in all of the land. To come in today, they played a competitive game, Jesse, but that's an inferior opponent they just lost to.
That's true. They've got to be more consistent moving forward as the #1 team. And we saw flashes today of why they were the #1 ranked team. We know they've got talent, but